Now let us see how to pass this credit transactions from this bank statement. See this credit, debit transactions I have already explained you. See debit means all payment transaction it is, okay. Now say PCR, PRCR refer to this wordings are very important. When this is PRCR is written here, that means what? Payment is done by card. So this is expense account. You just create any expense account and put it under directly. You can pass the payment entry. So when we are entering that, remember bank statement, don't enter it here. Don't pass the transaction here. To enter the bank statement, you directly go to the bank, display, account books, ledger, State Bank of India, whichever bank is there. Okay, you open that account. Display, account books, ledger, State Bank of India. State Bank of India. Put the period here. Right now I'm not entering. I'm not entering. I want the entire financial year. So I've selected the entire financial year. So PRs here, Shahu Marketing here. So whenever debit entry is given here, that means you have to check this 15,000 on this date. On this date in the sense, more or less in what? In April. Whether this 15,000 is credited from credit side. Remember, on the bank statement, if the entry is on the debit side, you have to check this on the debit side. You have to check this on a credit side. So a credit side 15,000 you can check here. Say rent payable is there 15,000. Any other entries are there 15,000. One more is there. CA Maninder. Any other is there. CA this 15. Shahu Marketing. It is there. That means what? This entry is done. If the entry is already there, don't pass it. If the entry is not there, you know how to pass it. You have to either click here, add voucher, or you can press Alt A to add the voucher. So like this, I have explained you about debit entry. Watch the previous video and again, and try to find out what type of transactions those are. Okay. Now today let us see credit transactions here. Credit means all money we have received the money. Okay. So this is either you have received the money in the bank, meaning is what? We have the money is entered in the bank. Remember, all these credits are money is entered in the banks, and all debits are money is gone from the bank. Okay, so this. Now let us see INST. INST means instrument, and remember this is a check number. Okay, so that means what? Whatever check we have deposited into bank, that check is cleared now here, 44,800. So let us check here whether that 44,800 is there. 44,000. So where you have to check? This is on a credit side. So you will be looking at what? Debit side. Here you have to check the debit side. 44,800 is there. Here. It's a receipt from Anthony Fernandez. Okay. The check is already cleared. We have already passed the entry for the receipt here. Suppose the entry is not there. Alt A. Press suppose. It's already there right now. Actually, you don't have to pass it. If it is not there, you have to press Alt A. Go to the receipt here. Receipt. Go to the receipt here. Enter this date. Enter this date. Okay. And here Anthony Fernandez. Okay. So we can find out this whose check it is by from check number. From the check number we can find out whose check it is. In the earlier I have already given you the checks also. A lot of checks I have given you. 1 second. So receipt of check. I must have given you those checks last time. You just check the check number there. This check number will be there here. Okay, this check number. So we have received the check from Anthony Fernandez, 44,800. Debit will be State Bank of India. I'm not passing this entry because this entry is already there. You have to do that entry only if the entry is not there. This is again instrument, check clear. We have deposited this check into bank and the check is clear. This is check number. Find out whose check it is and you pass the receipt accordingly. Alt A, receipt. Again you put the party account and debit what? Bank. Next one here, PRCR. This is again a payment. We have done CMM Arena. You can put here payment, paid to CNN. Everything you have to put it under what? Indirect expenses. Remember, paid to CMM Arena. Directly payment entry under indirect expenses. Credit will be State Bank of India. Paid to Surya Industries. Again, this is there. And small, see 11.80 rupees is deducted. This is called bank charges. How I explain you. So you have to pass the entry under payment. Alt A, payment. You have to go to the payment. Create an account, bank charges. Under what? Indirect expenses. Credit State Bank of India. Now again, this is now see here. These are deposits now. 2 lakh 60,000 is deposited on this date, 12th of April. So this entry I will pass in contra. Credit cash 2 lakh 60,000 debited to State Bank of India. Okay. So this entry, your deposits entry, you have to pass it in contra. Only check clears. Now see this. We have this is also TR so and so and so. This is again bank charges. Put it under bank charges. This is actually debit, not credit. So this is also bank charges here. Okay. Now here, this is what as a disbursement credit. This is a loan we have taken here. Disbursement credit means loan. It's a credited. That means what money is entered in the bank. So I'll pass the receipt here. Alt A. Received loan from which bank it is? We have taken the loan from same Dena Bank only. So I'll say receipt Alt A. Alt C here. Loan Dena Bank loan. Account number of the loan is what? This is the account number loan. Our last 4 digit I'll enter 4662. Okay. Under what? Loans liability. We have received the loan. How much? It is 1,50,000. And here State Bank of India. So TR represent transfer. Transfer. If the transfer is done on credit side, means what? We have received that. That means the loan is received. If the transfer is on the debit side, that means this is the bank charges you can put. Okay, bank charges. And if the transfer 48,450 on a debit side, that means it is payment of loan. Loan is paid. Remember. Okay. So I'll say Alt A. Payment I'll go. So Dena Bank loan. Dena Bank loan account debit. How much is 44,800? It is 48,450. 48,450. And credit will be State Bank of India. Remember the wording. Disbursement. DC. Sometimes you will get DC. DC represents disbursement. If it is on credit side, we have taken the loan. If it is on debit side means what? DC on debit side means we are paying the loan. DC debit side is a payment of loan. You can see a DC. Okay, all the payment of loan. Then again this debits I will explain you. Credit again what? This is check clear 4,500. See whose check it is. Check number is given here. We have received this check from someone, and this is what receipt you have to pass. Suppose you don't know who have received this. From whom this money is received, you can even put a receipt like this. Receipt, go to the receipt here. Received from data. Under what? This becomes a indirect income. Remember, indirect income. Okay. Received from data in a 4,500. And debit will be State Bank of India. State Bank of India. Whenever you are passing the receipt, you create. Sometimes you will get INST. Sometimes you will get interest here. And credit side 1,000. Suppose we have received the interest also. We have to pass the receipt. Interest received under what? Indirect income. And debit will be State Bank of India. So again credit side. Again this is what? Sorry, not this one, deposit contra entry you have to pass. Credit cash debit bank. Then again there is here again credit. Here credit 750 rupees. You can put bank charges here. Okay, the small expense in, this is basically not credited. You can put it under interest, bank interest. This is credit data so and so and so. Okay, excess amount is transferred. This is not bank charges, this is interest, because it is credited. If this here it is debited, that means what? It is a bank charges. It's not bank charges. Money is entered in our account. It becomes a interest. Remember, put it under interest. Debit. Then here again credit. Cash is there. Means what? This is also deposited. Sometimes you will get deposit here. Sometimes you will get cash here. Sometimes you will get a company name also here. It is deposited. Credit, pass the contra entry, debit what? Cash. Here also pass the contra entry, debit cash. This is also, you can say my name is there. Actually I have given you the my statement, bank statement. So credit what? Sometime you will get deposit here. So company name also will be there. Kevin's like this means it is a deposited amount. Credit, pass the contra entry. Credit what? Cash debit. Credit cash debit bank. Okay, all these are deposited. So small expenses, whatever is debit is there. You have to pass bank. All credit entry under receipts and contra. If the deposit is there, you have to pass contra. If the instrument is there, you have to pass the receipt. And if interest and all that we have received, pass it under receipt. Create this ledger under indirect income. Even suppose the party is not there, but check is clear, but we don't know whose check it is received from data. You put it under what? Indirect income.